Good whatever time of the day it is, viewer. What you're looking at is a street lamp. I don't know what it might have appeared to be to you, but it is a street lamp. You know what? Android fucking rules. I'm finally over Apple. I'm hoping there's enough light for you to see my glorious fucking features, yo. The thing is, the reason I can act like such a fucking arrogant asshole is because I know I'm a piece of shit. I might as well give that secret away. And if you're lucky enough to have heard it, that's what it is. You basically diminish yourself. And, okay, there's this famous movie called The Cider House Rules. Okay? Everyone's heard of it. No one's seen it. And fewer people know it's based on a book by John Irving called The Cider House Rules. John Irving is one of the fucking best novelists of the 20th century, and therefore he's unsung. That's according to the law of opposites, my own self-styled law of what makes things happen the way they do. Hey, by the way, that car is shooting down 64th Avenue Northeast in Calgary, Cowtown. I'm once again restrained by the fact that the lighting sucks, but you know me, and I will show you how to keep your filthy mouth shut. Another fan's appreciation, a truly dopey situation. Drag me down into your hatred. Misery loves company. I'm your number one fan. Anyhow, Misery Loves Company, same thing. Book by Stephen King, song by Anthrax. So, Cider House Rules, okay? Why am I walking down here in the middle of the road, you might think, which it's not really the road. The road's over there. Like, Calgary is a very interesting city. Listen, for God's sake, try and get something out of what I'm saying. Don't go away saying, well, the guy is like just talking nonsense and he's full of himself. Everyone's full of themselves. I just admit it. Yeah, I admit it. Of course, I dress nice, I work out, I know fucking taekwondo and meditation, and I read philosophy. I read whatever the fuck I can get my hands on. I read flyers. They might have something interesting to say. Really, you can learn about life from an advertisement. Really, you know this. Like, for instance, okay, so the phone, the Motorola Razr, many folks don't know. I never knew until like 2 days ago. I watched Ed Zander. He's basically Ed Zander in the IT world. If you're in the IT world, you may have heard of Ed Zander. I don't even know what the fuck he did. It seems like he did everything. He basically came up with this ringtone advertisement. Hello, Moto. And everyone who hears that, even to this day, it's so messed up because the thing about it is it doesn't pertain to anything in a sense of it doesn't mean anything. What is it? What does it? Hello, Moto. So you're saying hello to the phone? Who's saying hello to the phone? So the phone's saying hello to itself? I would shit, man. I'd pay $1,000. I'd pay $1,000 to be in on the last meeting, just that one last meeting. As for the whole process of coming up with this shit, it would be $10,000. But the last meeting where Ed is finally explaining to whoever's writing the check or saying yes, why this fucking thing's a good idea. Hello Moto. Hello Moto made that shitty phone. Hey, by the way, I had a Razr too. It's fucking awesome and it sucks ass at the same time, like everything else in life. Right? So, fucking cops were here and they're gone now. That's the reason I pulled this shit out, yo. I was just at Tim Hortons and there was cops there and, man, I just went off. I fucking went off. I'll tell you about that in a minute if I remember. In a minute. You probably thought I'd forget it in a minute, but I didn't. Anyhow, listen, folks. My name is Hussein. I might as well introduce myself on this video. Yeah, that's probably the thing to do. Like, I'm trying to figure out why there's some kids out there, they call themselves YouTubers, and they're fucking like, they're like 20-somethings, and they don't do shit in life apart from put stuff on YouTube. And that's what a lot of people think I do too. I don't do nothing. I just pull this stuff out in my daily travels, my dear viewer. And this is basically something that looks nice and interesting to you if you're not from Calgary. It just looks like a quaint place. You know, you got to understand, where you live right now, it's like a case of familiarity breeds contempt. And if you just took the time, like, you're probably sick and tired of your town or whatever, like everyone else, right? Familiarity breeds contempt. Look at this beautiful house. Oh, wow, I wish you can see it. It has, like, the lighting. It's always the lighting. But, I mean, you know, you can make excuses or you can film and get around it. That's really what it is. Like, my whole thing right now with tweets is, like, basically, I want to put a tweet out and put it out in such a way that I basically, oh, God, this guy's going to hit me. I want to put the tweet out in such a way that basically you learn something. Good driving. He was happy. So you put the tweet out. You put the tweet out, and basically what happens, dear viewer, is that the person learns from the person. Go ahead. The person learns from it, and then all this kind of shit. See what happened there? Damn box drivers, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And here comes the signal, and I think we're not going to get killed today. Basically, if you want to cross the intersection, folks, don't look at the fucking that light. You got to look at those lights up there. Don't worry about this shit. Look at that light, and obviously watch to see if any of these box drivers, aka cars, comes shooting around the corner, like whatever. Because he, like, basically this guy, if he wants to turn, he wants to try and turn before some guy like that just shoots right past, right? And so he speeds up faster than that fucking asshole. Sorry, I know I'm an asshole. I'm trying to be nice right now. You probably think I'm nice. I was thinking that guy who was smiling and practically wanted to wave at the camera, I was thinking, what a damn moron. Seriously, I'm sorry. I'm such an asshole. I don't know what to do with myself sometimes. Anyhow, I'll say this to you, dear viewer. Even though you don't exist, as far as I can tell, you know what? You're my fucking therapist. I've been calling people all night. I basically got back from an event with my parents and started arguing with my dad again. And rather than fucking argue with him, it's like midnight in Calgary, or it's like 11 o'clock. And I'm walking home, and it's... I mean, Calgary is amazing. I would say the winter weather here is the best practically in the world for a place where it snows and goes down to minus 20 and minus fucking 40. But this is, it's been like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 maybe during the day here. It's like December, like fucking January the 15th, sorry. I don't want to give away the fact that I'm totally out to lunch, so that's why I start. People name drop, I date drop. Because when you date drop, it's like, hey man, you don't even know what time it is. Back in the day, like, people knew what time it was. Like, we were like, hey, what time is it? I don't know, man. It's about 9:15, yo. You know, I checked that shit out. Like, no one had a watch, right? That's why everyone knew what time it is. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Now everyone's got watches and all this shit. You don't know what time it is, and you don't even know what date it is. It's fucking, like, insane. It's called the law of opposites. I wish I could write a book about it, but it's so bizarre and so stupid. And besides, I got 2 unpublished books I got to deal with to begin with. Anyhow, I've been wanting to talk to someone all night. I called my best buddy Najar, fucking fought with him. And then I called Michaela Peart, this beautiful, buxom, bosomed babe. I'm just being stupid, Michaela. I'm sorry if you ever see this. Hey, I know what I'll do. I'll dedicate this video to you. Unfortunately though, boo-hoo-hoo, we're already at approximately 9 minutes. And there's like a silent pause. And everyone's like totally waiting for some outcome. What outcome? What outcome are you waiting for? See, the thing is, I don't know what to say to you. I'll tell you what I think. From my perspective, it's like this guy talks too much, and you're like, what is he saying? I say so many things in the space of a minute that your brain can't handle it. That's all that's going on. And at the same time, what I'm saying, that's only fucking half of what I'm thinking. So we both have the same problem. I'm trying to get a grasp on, like, basically some shit that delivers. So basically, the intention is something like this. You're speaking. I think ideally you have 2 fucking tracks. One of them is having fun with your audience. From time to time you keep hitting on some side theme and like, oh, like blah blah blah, and in that case blah blah blah, and the people are laughing, but it ties into your Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who gives a shit? You have to have fun, but you also have to approach life with the intention of there being meaning. So I don't need to devote this video to Michaela or talk. What is this thing? Talk about her or say nice things and then send her this damn link and say, hey, I talked about you. I do that shit, and I got fucking famous people following me on Twitter and hanging out with me on Twitter and all this kind of stuff. It's awesome. Twitter's the shit, man. Hey, listen, viewer, if you get nothing else out of this video, please go and take a better look at Twitter in terms of trying to understand exactly what it is. What Twitter is an open-aired carnival. You understand carnival? Carnival meaning that, you know, I'm doing this because of street lights. We get more light this way. I mean, I'm basically putting myself in harm's way for your sake, even though you don't exist, dear viewer, as far as I can tell. Like, I'll send links of these videos to my friends. I got 200 videos on YouTube now. I'm almost at my 200th. And I'll send links to my friends and I'll say, please put a comment in. And they don't do it. Why don't they do it? I have to think they're jealous or something. Or what? Why wouldn't they do it? Like, these are people who I've fucking gone to town for, gone to war for. Like, you know, we're out in the middle of the snow changing tires or basically sliding into ditches with cars and basically stoned out of our brains and dealing with cops or stoned out. So how about stoned out of your brain? And we're at the University of Bridgeport, and right down the road is a McDonald's. When I say road, I mean the fucking I-95 that goes all the way up and down the East Coast. There's McDonald's close to like Fairfield exit, like exit 24. If anyone's interested, it's a shithole. But hey, it's a McDonald's, so you know you're going to get good burgers there, right? I mean, it's got to be said. Now, when you say good, they're tasty, but is it good food? Of course not. So, like, is McDonald's to blame? I would have to say yes, because you know what? I don't know. I'm just going to go down the arguments of. It's like rappers who say, sorry about that, dear viewer. What I should have done if I was a real professional, I would have done a move like that, and I would have spat in the background, and then you might have thought it was like the exhaust giving a little fart. Anyhow, when people see me coming up the way in the dark like this and it's like freezing cold, I got my jacket turned up like I'm a damn gangster and I'm just rambling away. Actually, the camera does its job because people can tell what I'm doing, and they're like, this guy must be someone, and he knows what he's doing, right? Because I've just done it so many times. Look at some asshole. You can't see it, dear viewer, and I wish I had some light here, but some fucking retarded kid. It's these kids that do everything. They emptied the trash can onto the fucking floor there. Anyhow, so McDonald's will say, well, people buy it, that's why we give it to them. That's not good enough. It's like the news, they'll say, people want it sensationalized, that's why we give it to them sensation. That's bullshit. It's like a rap artist will say, well, you know what, violence was here before we came along, and that's the blah, 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 blah. Let me give you the one simple answer to all of that bullshit. In each of those industries, there's rappers that have real fucking heart and soul. Like Tupac Shakur, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like Biggie Smalls. The thing with Biggie Smalls is he was a fucking awesome. He was the best black rapper, period. Like this guy, fucking 50 Cent. You know what? He could be a protege of Biggie's, something like that. That's what I think. All right. But their raps and their lyrics didn't make any sense. Like, they weren't philosophical. They weren't deep. They weren't basically revolutionary. Fucking Tupac was a revolutionary. You know what? He wanted to change the world. He wanted to make people better. He wanted to get kids out of their basically prisoned ghetto existence, right? And so, at the end of the day, I have nothing else to say. And you know what? I'm coming up on 15 fucking minutes. So this is what I'll say. La ilaha illallah. There's no God but Allah. Because there had to be an uncreated creator or an uncaused cause. If you say uncreated creator, you're giving it intelligence, and you're saying it's like us in that sense, like it's self-aware, and we go from there. If you say it's an uncaused cause, then you're just being a scientist, because something must have caused the universe, and then you'll be like, what caused that? There had to be an uncaused cause. to say things have been like this forever and will be like that forever is absurd. First of all, it's not logical and it's not scientific. You might as well say you believe in God and he's been around forever. There's absolutely no difference, right? So I will bid you farewell. Send me comments and we're over and out for now. And this is 64th, and thank God, fuck, I'm finally home and it's 15 minutes.